chances of comeback.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. And that jab just missed with the left hand. Counter punch right up the middle. Just misses with that jab. A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
The jab not finding its target. When you've got two evenly matched fighters in this weight class, it sometimes comes down to who's in better condition. The courage on display here is incredible. Nice slip to avoid the jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. As bad as boxing judging could be sometimes.
Terrible round that is. Come on.
Let's get it started in round 3. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Straight right just misses. How about that time counter shot? What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice exchange here from both men. Can't find a home with that jab. Just missed with that jab. Those counter punches have to hurt. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. They've got the momentum.
He's starting to make mistakes.
On to the fourth we go. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. He blocks the jab. through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
And you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, he is glad to have...
Get your mind back on the plate.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well done with that counter shot. Counter shot lands. Goes the jab, but does not score. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. We wanted action, and they are delivering. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Tar, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Good defense with that left jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. That was almost a 10.
Don't worry about that round.
Let's start the 6th. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
All the time. Nice counter shot. Both men step back for just a moment. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Good counter punch. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still can go either way.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nope, that jab not going to score. That punch has been his best weapon all fight long. Missing with that jab. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. After what we saw in that last
Back out there and easy to win this round.
There's the bell to start round 7. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Does well to block that left jab. The jab misses. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Couldn't land that jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round.
He needs to go back out there and he needs to win this round.
Round 8, and we're off again. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A perfect counter shot. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this battle?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pop areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
These punches coming from every angle. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Nice counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Johnny, you don't hear those kind of scorecards very often. A majority decision win.
A majority decision. You know what? I've got to agree. There's no argument there. I totally get it. I see where they're coming from. I see the scoring they've done. I wouldn't even argue with it. Maybe one round either side, but good call, good shout.